Welcome back to the deep dive.
Okay, so you've given us this fantastic collection of sources all about Italian cuisine. Looks like a lot to unpack.
It really is. But the plan is to sort of cut through all that information, pull out the key stuff.
Right, the insights, the ingredients, the techniques, what really makes it tick.
Exactly. Because it seems simple sometimes, but the history and the thinking behind it, wow, it's surprisingly deep, isn't it?
It really is. Okay, so let's start at the beginning. The heart of Italian cooking. The sources talk a lot about history, right? It didn't just pop up.
Not at all. I mean, the influences go way, way back.
Uh-huh.
Etruscans, Greeks.
Wow.
Yeah, but what the sources really highlight is how things started taking shape in the Middle Ages. That's when you see those regional differences really emerging.
Based on like local stuff,
Yeah.
climate, ingredients.
Precisely. Local ingredients, historical events, the geography, it all played a part in shaping distinct regional cuisines.
And through all that history, a kind of core philosophy emerged. What did the sources point to? Simplicity. Seems almost too simple to say, but yeah. It's all about fresh, really high quality ingredients
Okay.
and straightforward techniques, letting the ingredients speak for themselves, basically, not covering them up.
Quality over complexity makes sense. And the sources also stressed that food in Italy, it's more than just eating, right?
Oh, absolutely. It's fundamental. It's connection, it's community. Meals are these big social things.
Gathering, talking.
Yeah, exactly. Sharing. There's this real emphasis on pausing your day,
Yeah.
even for a simple lunch. It's about the whole experience. That really came through.
That's a powerful idea in itself.
Yeah.
So, okay, if that's the philosophy, what are the actual building blocks, the pillars of flavor, those key ingredients?
Well, you have to start with olive oil, extra virgin specifically.
The good stuff.
The good stuff, yeah. Prized for flavor, health, you can use it for almost anything. And what's interesting is how it tastes different depending on where it's from.
Oh, right. Like Sicily versus, say, Campania.
Hmm.
Different olives, different climate.
Exactly. Different notes, different intensity. Then, of course, tomatoes. Can't avoid tomatoes.
Foundational, right? Sauces, salads.
Everything. And the sources mention both fresh and preserved being important, and they specifically called out San Marzano tomato.
From Campania. Why are they so special?
Apparently, they're really sweet, low acidity, just perfect for sauces.
Okay. And garlic. Gotta have garlic.
Essential for that depth, that aroma. And fresh herbs, basil is huge.
For pesto, obviously.
Oh,
And with tomatoes, cheese.
right. And the sources even mentioned basil tasting slightly different north versus south. Little details like that.
Huh. Interesting. What about oregano?
Also key, often dried, especially in winter when basil isn't around.
And cheese.
Yep.
Oh, man, the cheese. So many kinds.
It's incredible. You've got Parmigiano Reggiano, the king, right? From Emilia-Romagna, cow's milk.
Aged, salty, nutty.
Yep. Then mozzarella. Traditionally buffalo milk, but if it's cow's milk, it's fior di latte. Fresh, packed in brine.
And ricotta. And pecorino.
Ricotta, yeah. And pecorino, that's sheep's milk, mostly from the south. Sharper, kind of spicier.
And the sources said having both Parmigiano and Pecorino is important
Yeah.
for different dishes.
Definitely. For regional authenticity. Like, you
Yeah.
wouldn't use Parmigiano and cacio e pepe if you want the real Roman flavor. You need pecorino for that specific bite.
Gotcha. Okay, and another non-negotiable, pasta.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Durum wheat semolina, water, sometimes egg. Hundreds of shapes, you know the drill.
Tied to regions, specific sauces.
Right. And beyond those big ones, the sources listed others. Balsamic vinegar, porcini mushrooms,
Arathi.
wine for cooking and drinking, anchovies, great flavor booster, that umami thing.
Right, not just fishy.
Capers, polenta, more northern usually. Cannellini beans, artichokes, prosciutto. Oh, and truffles, especially black truffles from Umbria, North Sea.
Wow, it's quite a shopping list. Okay, so you have the ingredients. Now the techniques. How do Italians cook this stuff?
It's all about enhancing those natural flavors. Sautéing is everywhere. Quick cooking in oil or butter. Base for sauces, veggies. Pan frying, basically.
Pretty much. Then simmering gentle cooking, below boiling. Great for soups, sauces, developing flavors slowly.
And braising.
Yeah, that's browning the meat first, then slow cooking in liquid. Makes things incredibly tender. Think ossobuco.
Ossobuco. Grilling and roasting seem important too.
Definitely, especially for meats, vegetables. Gets that nice char, enhances flavor. Grilling's big down in Apulia, gives that smoky taste. And roasting, well, porchetta, need I say more.
No, you need not. What about baking? Al forno.
Essential. Pizza, lasagna, baked pasta dishes. Gotta have the oven.
And risotto, that's a specific technique.
Very specific.
Yeah.
Toasting the rice first, and the sources were particular here. Mentioning carnaroli or avilo nano, not so much arborio, interestingly.
Really? I always thought arborio was the main one.
Apparently less traditional for top-tier risotto. Then you gradually add hot stock, stirring.
To get that creaminess.
Exactly. Without adding cream, usually. Comes from the starch. Okay, now this next one really caught my eye in the sources. Sofrito, or battuto, the flavor base.
Ah, yes. Onion, carrot, celery, sometimes garlic, parsley, finely chopped.
But the method described was, well, different.
It was, wasn't it? Very detailed, like trimming the carrot first to get rid of angles before mincing, and then cooking the veg before adding oil. The idea being it creates some kind of protection, so you use less fat.
Oh.
Add salt first, draw out water, then add the oil. And the fresh herbs, like rosemary or basil, they go in after sautéing and shredded by hand.
Shredded by hand. To keep the aroma right, that's dedication.
It really is. Shows the level of care. Pesto, too, another technique. Crushing the basil, pine nuts, garlic, cheese, oil.
Classic. And al dente, of course. Firm to the bite.
Can't forget al dente. And crudo, serving things raw like seafood or veg, just simply dressed, letting the quality shine.
So talking about pasta again, and getting that perfect al dente bite, the sources really drill down into the flour, the science bit.
Yeah, that was fascinating. It explains why things work the way they do. Basically, 3 main types of flour came up.
Okay.
First, zero flour, doppio zero, soft wheat, very fine grind, lower protein.
And that's best for?
Fresh egg pasta gives you that really tender, silky texture, perfect for lasagna sheets, ravioli.
Makes sense. What's next?
Then you have semola flour, specifically semola ramassonata. This is from hard wheat grano duro.
Hard wheat, okay.
More structure, higher protein. It's milled twice, so it's still fine, but different from 00. Pale yellow color.
And this is for?
Flour and water doughs. Typical of the South. Shapes like orecchiette, cavatelli, things you stretch or pull, the structure holds up.
Right, needs that strength. And the third type?
Just semolina flour. Also grano duro, hard wheat, but much coarser, more yellowy brown.
And you don't make pasta dough with that?
Not usually. It's great for dusting boards, preventing sticking. Some people use it in pizza dough too.
So the flour really dictates the whole style. 00 for silky egg pasta, similar for chewy water-based shapes.
Exactly. And the sources just kept emphasizing how much quality matters here. Good flour, good pasta. It changes everything.
How so? What difference does it make?
Well, texture, obviously. That perfect al dente bite. A slightly rougher surface, so the sauce actually clings to it.
Yeah. Nothing worse than slippery pasta.
Right. Plus flavor, a subtle nutty taste from good wheat, authenticity, using the right stuff. Even nutrition, often higher protein, more fiber.
And easier to work with, I imagine. Better dough.
Definitely. Good elasticity, holds its shape, and some say it's even easier to digest.
And the durum wheat itself, its quality is key.
Absolutely critical. The high protein, the gluten structure, that's what gives dry pasta its firmness, stops it getting mushy.
Holds the shape during cooking.
Exactly. It gives it that golden color, the nutty undertone. And in Italy, apparently, durum wheat quality is strictly controlled. It's serious business.
It really makes you think twice about just grabbing any old pasta or flour. Okay, so let's zoom back out. We've got ingredients, techniques, flour. Now, the map of Italy, the sources were clear. It's not one cuisine.
Not even close, like 20 different countries, food-wise. Each region is distinct.
Shaped by history, ingredients available, even poverty sometimes.
Yeah. The South, historically poorer in many areas, relied more on simpler things. Semola and water pasta, less meat, less dairy compared to the North, lots of vegetables, olive oil.
You can really see that contrast. Northern cooking.
Yeah.
Often richer, right? Butter, cream, eggs, cow's milk, cheese.
Filled pastas, risotto prosciutto. Definitely richer, generally speaking. Think risotto alla Milanese, lasagna bolognese from Emilia-Romagna.
Whereas the South is more about that olive oil, tomatoes, simpler pasta shapes, seafood, maybe a bit spicier.
Yeah, definitely. That's where your San Marzano tomatoes, your proper buffalo mozzarella come from. Calabria is famous for its spicy peppers, the pepperoncino.
Okay, let's name some names. Famous dishes and where they belong. Pizza. Got to be Naples, right? Campagna.
The original. Simple stuff, tomatoes, mozzarella, basil, but the key is that long fermented dough.
Right. Then Rome, Lazio. You mentioned a holy trinity of pasta.
Huh? Yeah, kind of. Carbonara first. Guanciale cured pork jowl. Crucial detail. Not bacon.
Because bacon is smoked.
Exactly. Changes the whole flavor. Then egg yolks, pecorino romano cheese, black pepper. Simple, but so easy to mess up with the heat.
Scrambled eggs instead of sauce.
I mean, yeah.
We've all been there.
And then also Roman. Cacio e pepe. Just pecorino romano, black pepper, pasta water. Sounds easy. It's not. Getting that creamy sauce is tricky.
And amatriciana, also Roman.
Yep. Guanciale, again, tomato, sometimes just crushed tomatoes, pecorino romano, and often some dried chili, that pepperoncino, little kick.
Okay, heading south. Puglia.
Orecchiette, the little ears. Classically with cimeri rapa, broccoli rabe, bitter greens, sometimes sausage or a simple tomato sauce.
And their beautiful caprese salad from Capri.
That's the one. Tomatoes, real mozzarella di bufala, buffalo milk is key for the traditional version. Fresh basil, olive oil, salt, simple perfection.
Definitely no pesto, you said.
According to the sources, nope. Pesto's from Liguria up north. Mixing regions like that is a bit of a no-no traditionally.
Good to know. Sicily now. Arancini.
Yes. Fried rice balls, often filled with ragu or cheese and peas. They look like little oranges, hence the name arancini.
Cute. And cannoli. Also Sicilian.
The iconic Sicilian dessert. Crispy shell filled with ricotta, and the source is stressed. Traditionally, it must be sheep's milk ricotta.
Sheep's milk, okay.
Sometimes with chocolate chips, pistachios, Bronte pistachios from Sicily are amazing. Or candied orange. Oranges and almonds are big in Sicilian sweets.
Man, I'm getting hungry.
Yeah.
There were others mentioned too, right? Just quick hits.
Oh, yeah. Loads. Lasagna, Emilia-Romagna, risotto alla Milanese, ossobuco, Milan, polenta north, melanzane alla Parmigiana, south,
Eggplant parm.
pesto genovese, Liguria, tiramisu, Veneto, gelato everywhere. Bruschetta, gnocchi, minestrone soup, ribollita, Tuscany, cotoletta alla Milanese, like a schnitzel from Milan, saltimbocca, Rome, focaccia, caponata. The list goes on.
It really does. It's an incredibly rich culinary landscape.
Yeah.
So based on everything we've covered from the sources, if someone wants to build a basic Italian pantry, what are the absolute essentials?
Okay, let's see. Definitely good quality dry pasta, long and short shapes. Parmigiano Reggiano, Pecorino Romano. Rice for risotto carnaroli or viola nano preferably.
Right.
Fresh herbs are ideal. Basil, rosemary, sage, flat leaf parsley. Dried oregano is useful too. Really good extra virgin olive oil. Can't stress quality enough here.
Good oil.
Butter, canned tomatoes, San Marzano, or other high-quality whole-peeled ones. And then maybe optional depending on your focus, but good to have. Anchovies, dried pepperoncino for some heat.
That sounds like a solid starting point.
Mm.
Wow.
Ah.
We've covered a lot. History, philosophy, ingredients, techniques, the flour details, regional differences, all pulled from the material you share.
It really shows that behind the simplicity, there's so much knowledge, so much
Yeah.
intention. Understanding that, it sort of empowers you to cook it better yourself, doesn't it?
Absolutely. It's about respecting the ingredients, the tradition,
Mhm.
doing things properly, even the simple things.
Yeah. So maybe something to think about as we wrap up. We talked about specific details like regional rules or the precise way to make sofrito. How does knowing those details, which might seem complicated at first, actually reinforce that core idea of Italian simplicity? You know, doing just a few things, but doing them really, really well.
Yeah, that's a great question. And maybe building on that cultural piece. If Italian meals are so much about connection, not just food, how could embracing that idea, taking time to pause, connect over food, even simple meals, actually impact our own daily lives, our well-being? Something to chew on.